We all know that we live in divisive political times where people in elective office are often ousted after their first term. Not in Florida City.
This week, Florida City got a new mayor, same as the old mayor. The re-election of Otis Wallace will give him 4 decades at the helm of Miami-Dade's most southern city. And we are glad to welcome Otis Wallace to This Week in South Florida. He joins us live from Florida City.
Mr. Mayor, welcome. We're glad to see you.
Good afternoon, and I'm glad to see you guys. Great show.
Is this your first appearance on this program?
I believe it is.
No way. In 4 decades, we are late to this party. So can we just crunch some numbers to begin with in Florida City? You won by 64% of the vote this week. You were reelected 64% of the vote. That was 532 people out of the 13,000 that live in the city. How are you going to get people to engage in those elections, Mayor?
Well, I'm disappointed at the turnout all over with the electorate. I think that in far too many cases, people stand by and don't exercise that right that was fought so hard for. We got to get that changed around. I'm happy that I got the majority of the people that did show up, but I'm always going to be encouraging others to participate in the process.
Otis, you are a huge, but an anomaly in politics. I mean, to have been in office for 38 years, it's almost unheard of. So congratulations for the longevity. And I guess, is there a secret? What have you done to be able to retain the confidence of the voters of Florida City?
Well, Florida City is my hometown. I was born and reared here. And I think I know the community very well. And I think at the core of serving a population or people, you must know what their needs are. And I thought that I had a unique perspective in terms of spending my whole life here to know what those needs were and to try to meet them.
Well, okay, so that's interesting. I just want to throw out there, let me preface this question by saying, as a news program, we don't do public relations, and that's a tough thing for some elected officials who appear with us, but we ask questions out of all due respect and public service. And so in 38 years and your hometown, 4 in 10 people in Florida City still live in poverty. Rebuilt after Hurricane Andrew, no doubt, came back from the ashes, but Mayor, that's a difficult number for someone who's been in office for 4 decades. Why are 4 in 10 people in that city still living in poverty?
Well, Florida City is predominantly a farming community. And if you look at any farming community outside the state of Florida, the wages are lower. That's a reality that Florida City, as well as other farming communities, have to face. And there's no magic wand for the mayor to wave to make those wages go up. It's a factor in the overall economy. My job is to get as much value out of what we have to work with as possible. But it would be nice to have Silicon Valley out there as my tax base as opposed to tomatoes and beans. But the reality is that farm wages are typically not very high.
Yeah. Mr. Mayor, another element of life in Florida City, as with life in every other city in South Florida, is there are a lot of gunfights. There's crime, violence in your city. What are you doing about that?
Well, it's going down. That's what we're doing about it. That rate is going down, and I'm pleased to say that we spent over $250,000 in surveillance cameras in high crime areas in our business district, and they are working. We're not having as much crime, and we're solving a whole lot of the crime that we do have. So we're not just sitting back. And one of the other things that concerns me in terms of fighting crime, we have to start earlier. I'm focusing big on grabbing our youth when they're still manageable and we can still reach them. You give a 17-year-old an AK-47, there's not a whole lot at that point that can be done other than put him in jail, which we don't want to do. We want to get our kids on a different track. And we place a lot of emphasis on trying to reach the kids earlier.
Mayor, take a minute and, now what you have now that you might not have had in past decades is federal money, post-COVID relief money. There are some projects underway. Take the next minute, because that's pretty much what we have in this program, and tell the residents and citizens of Florida City what they can expect. Big new things this year.
Well, we've had about $5.8 million allotted to Florida City for COVID relief, but we received a grant of $16.8 million in a competitive grant process to do a lot of work on our roads to make the traffic more manageable as growth increases. Florida City also put $10 million of its own money into this year's budget to revitalize a whole community in Florida City. So we're working very hard to make things better. I would also mention Florida City had the third highest percentage growth in taxable value in Miami-Dade County. So our tax base is getting away and rising rapidly from the farm community whose whole economy is based on tomatoes. That's rapidly changing. And one of the reasons I ran again is to see that through.
Yeah. And finally, Otis, we know that after that you are the chief administrator of your city, there was a referendum and your voters said, all right, let's bring in a city manager. So in some ways you are an antiquarian. I mean, you mark the end of the mayor as administrator in Florida City, and what a great run you've had.
Well, that was by choice. I supported and always advocated that the city manager's form of government was better for Florida City. That was not something that sent me out kicking and screaming. That's something that I advocated and supported fully.
All right. Well, we appreciate you being with us this morning. We're way too long to get you on the show, but we did, and we thank you and
Thanks,
congratulate
Mayor.
you.
Thank you very much. Have a great day, folks.